Welcome to my tiny kitchen. You have seen it in the back of a lot of videos, and this is definitely the smallest kitchen I've ever lived with, and it's been an adventure to find the flow of things within this small space. In this video, we're going to be chatting about meal prepping, some of the things and tips that I have found, but I want this to be a conversation, so if you have any awesome hacks or advice, let me know down below. We can have a little chat and learn from each other. If you're new to this channel, welcome to the Now Project. It's a 30-day series focused on helping you take action in your life today. And every single week, we take on a different topic together. And this week, we're talking about food. So excited to get started. So this is a new thing that I've been doing. So I'm not in any way an expert on meal prepping, so don't hold me to it. You might know more than I do, so please let me know in the comments. But it's been really helpful, and I find that I'm more likely to add certain ingredients into my dishes. So I wanted to share kind of what I've learned so far going into this world. Prep ingredients, not meals. I don't know about you, but I really don't enjoy eating the same foods every single day. Instead, I love the idea of adding more veggies to my stir fries, to my salads, to my curries. So having those already chopped and prepped make a huge difference. And yes, you can buy those pre-chopped, wrapped in plastic at the grocery stores, or you can just take an hour to do it yourself. Number two, planning. If you have an unstructured life like I do, and you find yourself a couple times a week having such a chaotic day that you end up eating out for most of the day, plan for that, right? Be realistic with yourself. Are you a person who eats out all the time for lunch? Don't just say like, this week I'm gonna eat at home every day of the week. No, like be realistic and plan for the times you eat out. That will help you avoid food waste. It'll help you save cost, etc. That way you aren't, trying to be something you're not like right away, but rather easing into things slowly. Use your freezer. Oh my God, thank you so much. I didn't use my freezer enough until you taught me to use my freezer. On Instagram, all of you told me that I need to freeze my herbs and my fruits and my vegetables, and wow, it's been completely life-changing. So I just want to say thank you. And for all of you who aren't freezing things, learn to love thy freezer. So I'm gonna get started and show you guys actually how I'm prepping for the week. Normally I do this on like a Saturday afternoon because I go to the farmer's market in the morning, then take all the fresh produce home and cook them up. But I waited until today so we could do it together. So starting off, I'm going to prep some veggies, and to do that, I'm gonna wash them all. And I like to do it in a bowl so then I can use them to water my plants. Have you ever made carrot top pesto? I'm not a huge fan of pesto, but it's definitely a recipe to try. I will link it down below. This was my attempt to get the camera to focus on me chopping, but alas, it didn't want to, so I just go ahead and chop up my veggies. I like to chop my carrots into sticks, but really just chop up the veggies you like to eat. I think that's key. So many of us tend to want to like certain foods, but if you love broccoli, make sure you buy broccoli and make broccoli. Don't force yourself to eat all this food that isn't your favorite. So then I actually store everything in mason jars just because that's what I have. If you have other Tupperware that you want to use that. I have so many jars that I just use those, but you can use any container you want. And when you are prepping, you want to have a bowl or container to save all of the food scraps, so you can either compost them or use them to make vegetable broth. So this is what my fridge ends up looking like, and I don't pre-chop my greens just because I find that they go bad pretty quickly when you chop them up, so I just leave them in the crisper drawer, I think it's called. And so here you go. I make some sort of salad dressing sauce. So this is a vegan Caesar salad. And this is my celery. And I keep my celery and carrots in filtered water. I just filter it and then I'll swap it out every few days. And then like I said, I will cut up some onion and garlic because I pretty much put them in so many dishes. I'd rather just have them chopped up. I'll even go ahead and ground up some flax seeds to add to my smoothie so I don't have to be grinding up flax seeds every single morning. And then in my freezer, I like to keep nuts and seeds because they last longer in the freezer and they're great toppings for just about anything you make, right? You can just add a bunch of high protein seeds to a dish like pumpkin seeds or walnuts, so it's a really good add. And like I was mentioning earlier, I freeze my herbs. And so this is parsley, I have cilantro, I have dill. It's a great way to maintain these things. And I had never thought about this until you guys taught me. And I freeze in thick mason jars. That's always something very important to know. And so this is where I keep my vegetable scraps. And then once a month or a few times a month, I will take them all out, boil them in water, and create vegetable broth, which I've showed in a previous video. I'll see if I can link it down below. So it's just a good way to avoid a lot of food waste. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to share it, like, subscribe, hit that bell button. For now, don't forget to live sustainably and consciously, and I will see you in my next video. I mean tomorrow.